Welcome back. We are in chapter 14 of Proverbs, verse 5. Verse 5 says, "A faithful witness does not lie, but a false witness will utter lies." This one seems pretty straightforward. If you're a faithful witness, you're not going to lie. If you're not a faithful witness, you're a liar. Alright, let's move on to verse 6. "A scoffer seeks wisdom and does not find it, but knowledge is easy for him who understands." There are a lot of scoffers nowadays, especially if you go look at social media. A lot of people scoffing, and people who are scoffing and making fun of other people, making fun of the news, they're not going to find wisdom. They're not going to find their answers. And people who are biased in a certain way, looking for information on the internet, they will find whatever information they're looking for. It may not be true, it may not be right, but they're going to find it and they're going to back up their point. And this internet, this idea that we have all of the information of the entire world basically at our fingertips, it sounds like it's so freeing, but there's so much information out there, and not all of it's true, that it actually can confuse, and people can actually be less informed than they used to be, but more prideful about it because they think they know everything, because they have the internet. And so you just have to be careful. If you really want wisdom, you have to get it from the Lord, and nowhere else. Because then when you have that wisdom from the Lord and you look at all this stuff on the internet, you're going to realize a lot of it's not true, a lot of it's made up. Some of it you're like, well, maybe it's true, maybe it's not, but you know that they have a agenda for promoting things a certain way. So you're like, well, it might be true, but I don't trust the source. But when you have the Lord, like, the knowledge is easy. It's like, well, what should we do? We should do stuff that helps us love other people. And in what way can we best love other people? And then you just do that instead. Verse 7 says, "Go from the presence of a foolish man when you do not perceive in him the lips of knowledge." So if you're hanging out with somebody and they are always getting in trouble and they're not willing to learn from it, it's best to just part company. Say, hey, when you are willing to learn, come find me, we'll talk about this. But right now you're just going to go into your sin. It's not good for me to accompany you there. So you're going to do what you're going to do, and I have to follow the Lord. And make sure you're following the Lord. There are Christians out there who want to help enable people in their sin, thinking that they're helping them because I'm keeping them from this worst thing that could happen by helping them do this, which I know is bad, but I'm not doing it, they're doing it. And that's such a hard place to be. I don't think that's where God wants us to do. I think God wants to say that is wrong, and to break fellowship with them, but have that open hand. When you're ready to come, to come to the Lord, then you can come back. You don't have to stop doing that first. You just have to want to stop doing that first, and I will help you stop. But I'm not going to help you do it. And there's a line there that some people have a hard time seeing. Verse 8 says, "The wisdom of the prudent is to understand his way, but the follies of fools is deceit." So understand what you're doing. Understand and be wise and do that, because people are going to try and fool you. Everyone's trying to fool you. The world is trying to fool you. Commercials are trying to fool you. Government's trying to fool you. Everyone's trying to fool you because they want to control you. They want you to buy this or do that or vote this way or whatever. They all want something from you. And they're trying to fool you. But the Lord is trying to set you free from that. He's saying, hey, if you learn from me, you'll be wise. And then you'll be able to see what's true and what's not. And that's the best way, because you don't have anything that the Lord wants except yourself. He just wants to love you, and He wants to give you the gift of salvation, because He made you and He loves you, not for anything that you have that He wants you to give to Him. And everything that we are to give to Him, that we're supposed to give to Him, is actually better for us than it is for Him. So give the Lord all the glory and praise, because it's good for us to do that, to give that to Him. So God bless you, and I'll see you next time.